Hey guys, welcome back to The Shift, where we're shifting our perspective, the way we see our teens, the way we view our youth and our young adults. And we're back again for another wonderful show. And today we're going to talk about, actions and consequences. The consequences for your actions. Unfortunately, most of the news today is about teens and teen violence. Teens killing teens, teens committing crimes, teens doing things that are just unspeakable, unbelievable. They're committing these acts. And it seems like there may be a gap between, maybe teens don't understand that whatever they do, there is a consequence for it. So what do you guys think? I mean, I need to understand, why would teens commit such horrendous acts? Robbery, murder, gang violence, whatever it is. Why would you do something if you know there's such a severe consequence to pay for your actions?
I believe myself that the question that a lot of teens that I ask myself, I want to ask both of y'all, what do you think the greatest choice? The consequences of the choice? Which one is most important you should study more?
To me, I study the consequences more.
What was you?
I study consequences, but like when you're in like the moment, like the people don't think about the outcome of things; they just go and do it.
So they just live for right then, that gratification that it gives them right then. So that right now it makes me feel good, and if I have to pay for it later, so be it. But right now, what I want to do right now and how it makes me feel right now, you're saying that's what's most important to you guys?
Not to me.
Not to you, but to your generation, because that's who you're speaking for today.
Yeah,
people just don't think about that. Like, I'm not saying that's what's more important. People just don't think about what happens after. They don't think about what happens next after they do.
So they think that making a choice is more important than the consequence.
Yeah. Cause you would know.
But why would he know?
How would I know?
He don't he think, but he give off the impression that he don't care until it actually happened. Until something actually happened.
Like what was it? Why is he saying that?
Let me give you an example.
Okay.
I just like 30 minutes ago, we in Wendy's.
Mhm.
And I buy him some food, right?
Mhm.
And then he start
This ain't about
cussing
us.
me out because
This ain't about us.
I ate his barbecue
That's okay.
sauce, but then she
Okay.
asked, "Did you want a large or small?"
Okay.
He asked
Hit me-
for a small.
Hit me out.
No. Let me
I'm gonna
talk.
let you talk.
Let me talk.
Unlike you don't. He like
Let me
to
talk.
I'll let him talk.
Okay,
I'll
let
let
him
you
talk
talk.
and then go ahead.
All right,
You
little
finish, Steve.
brother.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
At the same time, after that, because I had let him drive, I was being nice to him and get a little practice in.
Okay.
And then I told him to pull up and park. I ate it was 2 barbecue sauces. I ate mine. But then I opened the other one. But then he stepped out of line cussing, doing all that.
It's my turn. It's two
no,
sides.
Yeah, you
It's
told
two
the
sides.
side.
It's
Okay,
two
go
sides
ahead.
to
Go
every
ahead.
story.
Go ahead.
So we at Wendy's.
And there are 2 sides to every story. I'm glad you said
We're
that.
at Wendy's, and then he pays for the food. I pulled out my money, and he had a card, so he pays for the food. I appreciate that. Thank you. So I pull over, and then so we get 2 for 2 4 for 4s, 4 for 4s. So we get 2 4 for 4s, and each 4 for 4 come with a barbecue sauce. And he eats. He takes my barbecue sauce, and then I get mad, and then he say something to me. It just happened. It's
I
an
didn't
argument.
say nothing to him. He
So-
stepped
And
out
then,
of line.
and then he feel like
But
I'm
first
wrong
of all-
because he ate my barbecue sauce.
No,
like
because
I had the
she
right to be
asked
mad.
him, do you want a small or a large barbecue sauce? He gonna say small. Like, why wouldn't you get a large? And then he get mad because he made the choice to say small. That I take his because he knew he should have said large. And
You
then
didn't
after
speak up.
that,
You also did
I
not
said, he
speak
said,
up.
"Why you eat mine? You stupid," and doing all that.
But if it's one for each meal,
Right.
why did you eat his?
because he
Does the
know-
barbecue sauce come in small and large
It comes
quantities?
in small.
Or
I
just
never
one
seen-
size?
Let's get to the point.
I never
Let's-
seen him
let's-
go from small
Let's
to
get to the
large.
point.
So what are you trying to
He
say?
didn't think about the consequences.
The bigger
Of him-
point is
What was
of
the
him,
consequence?
I let him drive. I'm being nice to him.
Oh, so
But
you
he
think,
didn't have to. Man, you
Oh, so
stupid,
you
man.
so
dumb
you think he owes you?
B
So
word.
in other words, no,
no,
wait,
it wasn't an O.
Yeah. Because you said because you let him drive, he shouldn't have said anything, or he shouldn't got mad because you ate his barbecue sauce.
He could have got mad, but he had called me the B word, the this. The H word.
Hit me up.
Okay.
And then no.
Hold on.
Can I finish my part?
That's what you
I
gotta
step
say.
out. All right, come on, but just get out of my car. Man, I go step. No, man, I ain't getting out of nowhere. In the driver's seat, I'm like, come on, man, we got 3 minutes to get there. No, on my arm right there, slammed the door on my arm. I opened it back up. He yelling, calling me in front of the public. That's the point when I said he act like he don't care. I don't care. Be quiet. You got all these people making me look like a fool. I don't
Listen,
care.
all right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right, so he eats my barbecue sauce. I wouldn't just out of nowhere just start cussing him. I said, why would you eat my barbecue? You got your own. It comes with 2. So why would you eat my barbecue sauce? It's in the moment, like, yes.
In the moment. Back to the moment.
We both exchanged words, and
no,
then
we did not.
I said, let me finish my burger.
I
He said,
never
get out the car.
exchanged.
I said, let me finish eating first, because we sitting there eating. But anyways, that's not even the point of this.
When you
We're
said-
talking about
Co-
the world.
actions
We're
and
not worried about
con-
barbecue
Nah,
sauce,
let me-
Okay.
man.
I'm
Well,
gonna
this is like barbecue sauce because y'all took something that was very small and made it a serious problem.
He made it a
No,
serious
no.
problem.
You both did.
How I make
You
it a
both
serious problem?
have something to do with this.
You entertained it. You
because
react to it.
your actions caused him to react, and he overreact because of
Right.
your actions. Okay.
Of my small action, a barbecue
but,
sauce.
But
You
but
gonna go
still-
kill
but
somebody
the point,
because I take your...
No, but the point is this. For some reason, I feel like you think that he owed you. Because you knew
no.
it was only 2 in there. So you ate both
I didn't
of
know
them.
it was 2 in there. I just grabbed another. I didn't physically look inside.
So you
of
thought
there.
there may be one in there for him.
Of course, and he said, "Do you eat my barbecue sauce?" He took it. I gave it to her. I didn't take it back. Oh,
But this
my
is
bad,
how y'all.
bro.
But see how mad he got over something like that, something that was so
You know,
small.
Just relate this to
It's
what
just
people
petty.
do.
It's just petty.
What people doing in
yes,
life.
He
yes.
was thinking in the
Jeez.
moment.
Thinking
But
in the moment,
As to
yes.
right now, is you still mad about that barbecue sauce?
No.
No.
And should
at
you be
all.
mad about it?
Let me tell
Alright,
y'all something that happened this weekend in Murfreesboro. A guy got killed, right?
A lot of teams got
Yeah. Yeah, the Oakland football player got killed,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
But an hour later, 2 brothers was arguing, right? And the brother got so mad he took a gun and shot his brother.
Yeah.
Yes. So so how could it get that upset where you take a gun and shoot your own
Because they're
brother?
thinking in the moment.
It could even be the little things.
Cause
They're thinking in the moment.
He thinks in the moment. I can't see myself doing it, but if
Why
he
do you
get
say
to
he
the point,
thinks in the moment?
if he get to the point he mad, and if it was a gun present, he probably would shoot me.
Nah,
I
You-
I
do you
swear-
get that
I
mad?
promise.
So, do you
Now,
get that
to-
upset?
Do you get that
promise
upset?
me. Now put it on something
I
you
get
love.
mad, but like
To that extent, you would.
it could be something little. I mean, but I wouldn't. I would think.
said he wouldn't
It's,
shoot
I'm holding the gun in my hand. I would think before I pulled it.
Listen, if we
So, but why do you get
When I
so
could
mad?
just-
Why do things make you so
I
mad?
don't know,
It's not necessarily me get so mad. It's like
smallest stuff.
Is it with
It
just
be the
with
smallest
family?
things.
Is
Or
it
it's with
just with
anything?
family or is it with
Just
anybody?
relate to people just like him.
Yes.
I don't cuss
It ju- it's just
nobody
with
like
me.
I cuss.
I
that's
don't know
your
why he
brother.
feel it. I'm like, you should love your brother, but say
Like I
Say-
don't cuss at
listen.
all. Well, I cuss. You know, I try not to, but like
he
But
take
do
I
my
don't
stuff
say
to
any
the heart.
words
So do you take a lot
at
of
all
things to the heart?
into
Just for me, I only say
Take
if I'm
no,
his friend.
no.
We was with my friend yesterday. My friend, he it's a girl I like, right?
Mm-hmm.
He'd say some stuff like, "Man, you ain't gonna get her." I don't.
You said that to me, and I took
Nah.
it serious.
Yeah, but if
That's
that's
not-
coming from my friend, I would bet. Want to see? Watch. But him, man, be quiet, mind your own bit. When you always say, he take it to the heart. Like this, he could easily just say, "You want to see? All right, big bro, watch me do my thing." But he gets so mad, and I just try to calm him down about it.
Cause he's always talking down on me. It's like he kind
It
of like,
wasn't talking down on you.
like he always
why
like.
why do you feel? How
I
long you
dress
think?
different than him. I like do different stuff like, and then like he downs me for it. Like I don't know like
He feel like he gotta maintain his status
my status.
as that. Man, don't play, man.
Cause
Oh,
I mean
yeah.
I don't just say
Yes.
it and don't mean it. You know for sure I back that up. Like I like
You,
What does
yeah,
that
and
mean?
you play
like,
like you
if
just
I say
about
something
that life.
like he tried to call me gangster and all that, like act like I'm hard. Like I ain't saying I'm hard, but like
That's
I
what you
mean
try to act
like if it like I mean what I say. Like I don't just. He
D,
think I'm like
you
everybody
get-
else.
But tell me, like the music you listen to don't influence you, make you feel that way. Like
I'm not
you
even
said.
gonna lie. Like if I be
Exactly.
have my headphones in, like some music you listen to, it make you want to pick up a gun. Like
and that's what you do.
That's not-
It
that's-
make you get on Instagram, pull out money, and flex with it. It's no need to do that. It makes you, oh man, let me try this. Let me get a Sprite bottle. I caught cough syrup under you, babe. You can't tell me I didn't. And try to make some lean out of it. I caught you in the act. The music get to you. You let it get to you.
So you begin to
So-
try
so-
to.
so what-
These
so-
guys are entertainers. I always want people to know that people that do music are
Yeah.
entertainers.
Yeah,
I
but
know that
what
myself.
he's
I don't-
trying to tell him, see, he's trying to lead him in the right way.
Exactly.
But
He
he
take
at
it-
the same time, he's
I
still trying
know
to be
the right
who
way,
he is.
and I'm
who
just
he
being me.
is.
But he judges me off of everybody
Well,
else.
I,
Like,
I don't
just,
think he's judging you. I think
just do
he
me.
sees what you're doing, how it can lead to the wrong thing. And being an older sibling, that's what they're gonna always do. You see what I'm saying? Not that he wants you to be you, and you need to be you. But I think he sees how you respond to things, and how, and some of the things you're doing, you can be influenced to do the wrong thing or make the wrong decision. And so it may seem like he's being
Yeah.
hard on
I
you
just be trying
and
to
he's
help you.
judging you, but he's just trying to help mold you and take you into the right way.
Yeah, I don't say that. Just
See, and it's okay to have different type of personalities. That's fine. That's fine. But when he said, being hard and whatever, you said, well, I don't play, and that's fine because a lot of people have personalities like that. They mean I mean exactly what I say. Whatever I say, I mean it. I mean it. But what he's trying to do is say, well, I see some of the things, the music you listen to, I see what it does to you. I see how you respond, and it may be a little too aggressive for real life. You see what I'm saying? And that's your brother, so it may seem like, oh, you want me to be like you. Oh, you want me to act like you act. Oh, you want me to dress like you act. Well, dress. What he wants to do, he just wants to be a positive role model, and he wants you to gear you toward the right direction. Yeah. Not that he wants you to be you. Dress how you do you. But the things that he see that you're doing, he can see where it's going down the wrong road.
Yeah. And you have to be careful. I'm careful for what I say now, because I know people that he lived up to his word so much. He gave dude $2. When dude did not come back with his $2, the next day he killed him. I had another friend. He said they got to fighting at a club, and they cousins. They got to fighting at a club. He said, if you call the police on me, I'm gonna kill you. His cousin called the police on him. And guess what? When the police left, he got his gun, went kicked dude's door down, and went in the house and killed him. So be very careful with meaning what you say. Because meaning what you say, you know, what happens is, if you always been the type that people look up to what you say and know you're gonna do what you're gonna do, you try to live up to that. And sometimes living up to something could cost you more than you want to pay. So I always tell people, I'm very conscious on what I say. I'd rather say nothing than to be like, okay, boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? I'm finna do this. I'm like this, I'm like that. So you got to be very careful of holding on to your style of your ways of doing things, because it's like winter, spring, summer, fall. It's always a time and place for everything to change, every season to change. So what it comes with is mentally growth.
And I think what he's saying, when he doesn't want people to think that he's a joke, and that's what he's trying to make. When I mean what I say, in other words, if I say something, I want you to respect what I say.
Yeah.
You understand? So that's what you mean. You want people to respect how you feel and what you say. When you're serious, you're serious. If you're joking, you're joking, and that's fine. But what he's saying is that don't hold on to it. Well, I said I'm going to kill you. That I literally mean I'm going to kill you. Then don't even say those words. If someone does something that you don't agree with, say, you know what? I didn't agree with what you said, so I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm going to do. I'm ending this conversation, and it's over. Now, I do mean that. Yeah. It's over. You understand what I'm saying? Or, listen, I feel like you disrespect me, so guess what? We're no longer tied, okay? Or we can no longer talk, okay? We can no longer hang. We can no longer be friends because you disrespect me. It makes me feel a certain way, so it's better for me to just walk away and leave it right there. You see what I'm saying? Because y'all generation, y'all, for some reason, respect means so much to you. To have respect. and I understand that everyone wants to be respected, but you have to learn how to give respect. You see, and you know, when you say I want to mean what I say, that means you want respect for people. You want people to honor what you're saying, which is fine. But it seems like for some reason your generation, you're honoring the wrong things.
Yeah.
You understand? You're honoring going out there hurting someone.
That's
That gives you respect. You're honoring robbing.
Yeah.
That gives you honor being in gangs. You're honoring the wrong things.
Yeah.
And so how did it come to this? This is my question for your generation. How did it come that you honor things that are negative? And maybe y'all can help me. Why do you, and especially young African American men, because I'm really talking to you, because you guys are the ones who are dying. And you're killing each other. And other people, I mean, other factors also, there are other reasons why African American men die. But I'm really concerned with the crime that's occurring within the community. Why is it glorified? Why is it glorified to go out there and kill somebody? Why is it glorified to be in a gang? Why is it glorified to walk around, your pants sagging, you know, I don't play no games, you know, I'm selling this, I'm a hustler. Why are these things glorified?
Question.
It's not necessarily like I'm trying to prove myself. No, I don't have to prove myself to nobody. But like,
Yeah.
I just like mean like if I say not like I wouldn't even mention the words I'm gonna kill you. Like that's just like unless it's in danger of my life.
Yeah.
I'm not really gonna mention those words. But like what happens now, I really feel like it was like passed down from like people older than us.
Ooh,
'Cause
now that's
everything-
the topic of today.
You
Now
gotta
that's
learn
the
something
topic
from
of
somebody,
the-
and somebody taught them, and then somebody older taught that like people our age, and they taught. It just passes down. It all comes down.
I'm so glad you just said that.
Well, I believe that
Because,
comes from music.
hold on, no. What he just said, no, he said people. He didn't say music. He said people. Because my thing is for teens, and I'm an advocate for teens. That's why I do this show. Because people always say, you guys are bad. You're headed the wrong direction. You don't listen. You just, you know, you're just bad, period. And my response to that, they're bad because they've been given bad advice. You understand?
I agree.
And what he just said is, this is passed down. You understand? He's learned this behavior from somewhere. He's learned that it's okay to do this. It's okay to do that. That's what he just said. He said it's been passed down. He's seen it, and it's okay. So what I want to ask now is consequence behavior. Who has told you that that this behavior is okay, regardless of the consequence? Because you just said it's passed down. Because behavior is something that's learned.
It's self inherited. That's what I think. 'Cause
What do you mean?
we say from the music, but at the same time, the older rappers like Eminem, they looking like, you know, dissing these little mumble rappers, you know, like, 'cause they coming on with something, they like, that's not rap right there. And we looking like that ain't no real gangster right there. That ain't, you know.
Gangster.
Exactly. It's all changed for all our generation, not
But,
just us.
I mean, for the music, it started off, rap music started off as just lyrically, something lyrical that
Yeah.
rhymed and went together. And then it went from getting women to getting money. And now it's to selling drugs, killing people, and now it's gangster.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
They consider
Alright.
that rap.
Yes.
Here's my it came to that because like some people like okay, so think about music like those people like they might used to do that stuff, but like now they got multi-million-dollar deals. Like they too big of like they got too much stuff, too much to lose, and the stuff they rap about, they not really like people listen to those dudes and they think, oh they really doing that stuff. It's really see that's why I'm saying part of it comes from the music, but really most of it comes from like because some people like they're born in that and like they never heard of church or
Environment. That's what you're saying.
that's all they know is
It's
that's how
environment.
they was born.
It's
just like in
environment.
slavery,
Yeah.
all they
They
was
aren't
like-
born like that. That's the environment that
Exactly.
they're put
that's
in.
all they know.
And so that's all they know.
And
And then
all
the
they
music
know is
comes
hustling.
changed.
And
And
then
then
the
the-
music influences it even more.
Yeah.
and the
It's
music
like-
people is really not even about
Validates
that.
it. What the music does. The music
Yeah.
says, oh, it's okay. Well, hey, that's what I'm listening to. It's all right to go out there and shoot and kill and murder and, you know, hustle women. It's all right. And this is what you hear every day.
Well, I used to have artists, and when we be in the studio recording, sometimes I be like, that ain't hard enough. That ain't gonna sell.
Exactly.
That ain't gonna move this new
which
generation.
So
So
proves
I-
they say stuff just to get
yeah,
that they really ain't even.
But that's
doing.
not a reality.
They don't do
But
that
the
no
people
more.
that are listening to it, it's still influencing them. You see what I'm saying? The people that are listening to this music, it still influences. So music is something that's coming in, and then the environment is also something that's influencing young people. So who is the environment?
The low, like certain environments, music is made for
Not
certain.
even music. Well, I guess I'm gonna change the question. You said it's passed down from who?
Yeah, it's
from the
passed down.
older people to you, or the older ones that you're watching. Like who's setting these examples to say it's okay to gangbang, it's okay to hustle, it's okay to do anything that's glorified that's negative.
Self-inheritance. A lot
So
of
you
people,
say
parents
inherit-
wasn't there to tell them, so they just, I'm gonna
They-
do my own thing.
Now, okay. So that's where that's the side that's what I'm trying to say.
That's
I'm
why
trying
I
to see
can't
this.
agree with that.
Children are influenced by whom they're around. Period. Okay? Children are influenced by whatever they're around, that's what influences them. Okay? If they're around drugs, then that's that's their environment. If they're around whatever their environment, it affects and molds a part of who they are. Okay? So when people say children are just bad, and I say, no, they've been given bad advice. Then I said, well, where did this bad advice come from? Where did they see these bad behaviors? Where did they see this negativity? It comes from whatever environment they're in.
The environment, and you can't just sit there and say.
You can't say, so then I say, well, is it the parents' fault?
No, you can't sit there and say my mom taught me how to deal with drugs. You can't say that. You
So
just,
who taught you then?
you can't say
just
that.
say, for example.
Self-inheritance.
It's
You've been
choice.
around
No,
it so long.
but
Let's
it's
put it like
who
this.
you're around.
I believe it's choice.
Okay? Go ahead.
That's exactly what I was.
Okay.
Like you might learn and stuff, but it's all up to you to like do it. Like it's all a choice if you want to like.
Okay,
See,
I understand there's
I
a choice.
sold me
I understand it's a
personally.
choice.
I sold drugs for years. I started selling drugs when I was 10 years old. But no one, my parents, they.
Did anybody tell you not to sell drugs?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
but
My
So-
mama, my
so
dad, and
let
my
me-
grandmama.
okay, let me
I
say-
got beat. I got
I'm
everything,
gonna
but I'm
put it-
still running in. This how it happens with a drug dealer when you're young. Me and my little homeboys, when we started selling dope, our mamas, they would find it, and they would flush it down the toilet. We be grounded. We still sneak back out the house. They find the pistols. What you doing with this? I'ma do this and that. They call the police on us. It's just not me. All my homeboys. The parents call the police. Try to get the police come over and talk to me. Talk to my homeboy. Not even just boys, girls. Even the girls I grew up with used to sell dope because back then that was just it just something that we made a choice of doing.
So you're saying a 10-year-old child, not just you, any 10-year-old child who starts selling drugs, this is a choice that a 10-year-old child, a 10-year-old
Yeah,
child
I made that
does not
choice.
have
It's
the
a
knowledge
choice.
to
I made-
really.
I made that choice.
But a 10-year-old child doesn't understand or have the full knowledge of the consequence of his action. A
If you
10-year-old
see-
child does not.
if
A
I'm-
10-year-old child does not.
It's like this. It's
No,
like
no,
this.
no,
been
no.
around it so
A
long,
10-year-old
you-
child, but I'm saying, you've been around it so long. So
It
who was
seemed normal.
around?
But
That's
it's
what I'm
still
saying
a
about
choice at the
no,
end
no,
of
but
the
I'm talking
day.
about the environment. Who was around that influenced that behavior?
I'm
See, this is what I'm saying about environment.
we-
See, because it's more than just choice we're dealing with here. We're dealing with influence.
Yeah.
So who was
If
around?
it was an influence, it would be my cousin.
Okay, well, there you go.
But
so
my
it was
cousins,
still his
but
choice,
my
though.
cousins,
No,
them,
but it-
let me
okay,
tell
go
you
ahead.
though.
Go ahead.
But my cousin, them, you say, boy, don't you ever do this.
no, but they're doing it.
Boy, don't
see.
you-
but
We're
still-
telling you not do
but
it, but I'm
still,
still
I
doing
want you
it.
to be better.
Exactly.
So don't do it.
Exactly.
But,
See,
you know,
that
they
doesn't
doing it.
work.
Which
See,
for
that
us-
doesn't
No,
work.
no.
Whatever
That
you
doesn't
need,
work.
This
they
new-
be like,
Hey,
hold on,
hold on, hold
they be like, whatever you need, Joe, just holler us, we're gonna take care of you. We're gonna take
They
care
say
of
like
you.
So
this.
that
Well,
doesn't
no,
make sense.
I-
So what?
I
so,
wanted my own.
So that's not positive then.
I
Oh, that's
know,
not
but-
positive.
What
'Cause
you
see,
mean? They
I
trying
can't
to
tell
do-
you. No. That's just talk.
No.
See, I can say one thing, but my actions are complete opposite of what I've said. I can't tell you don't sell drugs, don't you sell drugs, but at the same time you see me on the corner hustling, making all this money. Of course you're gonna glorify that. That
Nah,
doesn't make sense.
But you knew it was wrong.
It's
That-
going like
that
this.
doesn't. You can't do
They
that.
still had a
They
choice
that's
at
told
the
not-
end of the day.
that's-
You knew.
No.
Like if
They
Well,
told
hold
him
on, let
not.
me say
They
something.
told him not to do it, but they
Right.
doing it. So they put it in his mind, but he still made the choice to also do. Like he.
See that? Let
But
me
you
tell
can also
let-
make
let-
the
let me
choice
tell you
not
what
to
to
if
do
he
with
seen
stuff.
them doing it, he obviously seen them maybe get arrested. He see.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
And maybe not.
He
Yeah,
knows.
But maybe not.
Police come kick
Maybe
my
not.
mama door in.
He maybe
You
seen
know
them
what I
get
mean?
robbed.
Exactly, but
maybe
at the
seen
But
them-
same-
maybe
These
not.
folks getting robbed. But guess what?
But
This
maybe
what
not.
happened though. So when they found out, when my mom found out I had a pack, right? My cousin, he like, okay, where you get this from? So I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna tell you who I got that from. Nah, I ain't telling on him. I ain't telling, nah. So it comes down, he went to somebody else and found out who I got it from. So when he found out who I got it from, he went and straightened dude. Like, look here, you know that you ain't supposed to be selling Joe nothing like this. You ain't supposed to be putting this in Joe's hand. What's wrong with you? And then they got into it. You know what I mean? So he did not want me to sell drugs. And like I said, he went and confronted the guy who gave me my first pack.
So I understand exactly what you're saying, but my
So
point
if
Which,
he-
hold on,
is,
which you asked for, right?
Yeah, I'm like,
It's
look
a
here,
choice.
man, put me
he
down.
chose to do it.
yeah, I understand he chose to do it, but understand it's the environment that you're put in to see that it's okay. Let me explain something
That's
to
not
you.
everybody,
I can
though.
tell. I didn't say it's everybody, but let me explain something to you. If I can go in and take $100 every time I walk in this store, I know I can take that $100. I know I'm gonna get it, okay? Because I can steal it and I can get it. And if I have my child with me and I say to her, now you know I'm gonna get this $100, but don't you do this. But what sense does that make? See,
Because
you know right from wrong,
no,
though.
no, no,
That's
no, no.
what it is.
No, no,
You
no,
know
no,
right
no,
from
no,
right
no,
from
no.
wrong.
No.
That mean a lot.
Just like
don't
I
it?
I'm
am
talking
not
about-
leading by
for
example.
me.
There's a difference between adults and children. Adults are the role model. Do you understand? That do as I say and not
true.
as I do.
That's true.
That
That's
doesn't
true.
work. That's what's wrong now.
That's true.
Do as I say and not as I do. That makes absolute. In Christ, do as I say but not as I do. Now, what kind of example is that?
No, it's different.
Just
'cause
do what I say.
He
No,
said his cousin. He
No,
didn't say.
I'm not taking him in particular. I'm just I'm talking in general. You're
Yeah.
saying do as I say, not as I do. That is irresponsible. Irresponsible. That is why our communities are like they are. And this is what leads to actions. Forget about the consequence.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm gonna tell you, I hustle, I'm selling drugs, but don't you do it. Excuse me? You shouldn't even be the person even speaking to me. Okay,
Right.
you shouldn't even be the person to speak
So
to
you
me
saying
about
a
that.
drunk man can't teach me nothing? So you
What does that
saying
have to
that
do with
another
this?
you
drug
can
dealer
look at
can't
him
teach me
and
nothing?
be like, man, I don't want to be like him. He
A
out there
person who
crazy.
has
That's
more
not what I'm
experience,
saying.
to me, hold on, a person who has more experience in their life can tell me more than somebody
Okay,
that don't.
what does experience mean? You've learned and you've moved on.
Exactly.
Experience don't mean
So-
you repeat.
so this is-
okay. A
so-
drunkard.
so this is why
a
he
drunkard
telling me
can't
not to
tell me
hustle.
not to-
Exactly.
A drunkard.
That's
Okay.
why-
No.
that's why
No. Experience means you've learned
get it, let me
and
get it.
you've moved on.
Well-
Experience
Get it.
doesn't
Okay.
mean you're stuck in the same
No, so
cycle.
you-
That's not experience.
So you-
That's a repeat
You
offender.
can't look at his cousin and see his cousin tell you not to do it, but you look at his cousin and see he in and out of jail. You can't tell yourself, man, I ain't trying to be like him, man.
Well,
You can't
yeah,
tell
Not
yourself.
as
Say
a
it again.
10-year-old.
Man,
Not
I
as a
ain't trying to be
10-year-old.
like
No,
him.
not as a child.
Oh, man.
Because he's learning from his environment what is right or wrong.
But at the same
Okay?
time, he
He's
still
still
had
a
a mama
child.
though.
Since a baby, he knew what was right from wrong.
No.
My little brother, if I tell him no, he know what he doing. He go open the door. He'll
Behavior is learned. You're not born with just right. No, you learn
Right.
things. That's what life is. You learn.
So let me
In
ask
life,
you this.
You're taught what is right and what is wrong. You're not learned knowing everything that's right.
You could learn. from
Okay,
it,
I
too.
understand
Okay?
that. I understand
I'm
it,
not
but
saying
check
you
this
can't
out.
learn from a drunk person. That's not what I'm saying. That's not. You can look at a person who's become a drunkard, and that drunk person can say to you, "Guess what? You don't want to end up like this." Okay?
Yeah.
You
That's
don't
good
wanna
to
end
get it
up-
as
I
good
don't
advice.
want to be
you
like
don't
him, man.
want-
He all drunk.
That's good
Okay,
advice.
on
you
the
don't
side.
want to
That's
be
good
like
advice.
this. A drunkard can tell you that.
Because he know
Yes,
the con.
a drunkard
he
can
lives
tell
it.
you
Now,
that.
I'd rather take advice from him than somebody
Okay.
who's sober, never did it before telling me not to
Don't
do
know
it. How
nothing.
would you know?
Well,
How you
because
gonna
maybe
tell?
they know. Because they learn from the drunk. They have to get drunk. to know.
But I learned more from that person who actually drunk
No,
than a
because it's
person who
still
ain't.
the truth. The truth is the truth. You understand?
Yeah,
Even
but
a
who
person
would you
that
rather
don't-
believe? Would you rather believe how to rob a bank from a person who actually
Guess
robbed
what?
the
I've
bank
never
or a
robbed
person
the
who
bank.
never robbed
I've
the
never
bank?
robbed the bank, but I can tell you, if you rob the bank, you're going to jail.
Exactly.
That's
but
the truth. And a criminal that robbed the bank can tell you this. See, truth is truth. This is the problem.
Yeah.
See, truth is truth. You understand? Truth is
Well,
truth.
hold on, he wanna-
Period.
What
Go
was you
ahead.
gonna say?
So say like I'm at a family reunion, right? And all my uncles or something, and like I know they're bad alcoholics. So
Yeah,
I see
man,
how
my
they
family.
fight, react.
I
Like
bit my
that
finger
tells
off trying
me
to
it's a
break it up.
choice. That tells me I don't
Yeah.
want to drink when
And
I'm
they still tell me, but don't
But
be
Why-
like,
why-
but
why
you
you
can
don't
make
wanna
that
do it?
choice because you know
I see how
right
they
I
act.
see
I
them
see
wrong.
their
Why they
actions.
act?
It's still a
because
choice.
he knows right from wrong. You
And
understand?
you knew right from wrong
He
in
knew
that
right from wrong
situation,
when he-
but you made the wrong.
No,
But he
no.
did it anyway.
As a
doing,
10-year-old child, as a 10-year-old
Oh, I
child,
seen it when I was 7.
Let me tell you.
8.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. How old do it take when your kid begin to take stuff off the table, right? And you slap them on the hand. How old they be about when
or
they start
three.
walking? 2 or 3.
2 or 3.
They know better.
Two or
And
three.
then they turn
He
back
look-
around.
yeah,
They do it
So,
again. That's not
but by
Before
the
he
prepared.
do it, he
That's-
look at me like,
So by the time you
I
get
do.
10 years old, if you ain't been
You
smacked,
definitely know better. You know better
got a
by now.
problem. If you haven't been smacked
Yeah.
before you're 10, I'm just using this as an example.
That ain't the
So
example I
this
was
is what
saying.
but this is what I'm saying though. See, all this do as I say, not as I do, that's not how you raise children.
No, we're
And
talking
that's
about choice right
Okay,
now.
but choice comes when you know right from wrong.
But
when
he
you
knew
choose
right from
to
wrong
do
in that
wrong,
situation.
when you choose to do wrong, that means you've seen people do wrong and there's no consequence. There's no
I
one
can't
can tell
say
me.
that. I can't. That don't even sound.
Yeah,
right.
It's always gonna be a
Because-
consequence, and you should learn from that consequence that when he made when he did the
If
wrong.
there's always a consequence, if you know you're gonna do this, you're gonna pay. You're gonna pay. You understand me? And people.
That's why they
still
call it
choose-
taking
and people-
chances. We used to call
and
it taking
people still
chances.
choose to do wrong, regardless of the consequence. It's either two situations: they don't care, and they're willing to pay the consequence, or they think they're gonna get away with it without paying
Exactly,
the
and I'm
consequence.
pretty sure
See?
you thought
So,
you were gonna
okay,
get away with
so
it.
see,
no,
that's
no.
what I'm talking about right there.
From
Right there.
experience, we don't know how long we're gonna get away with it.
But you think you're
From
gonna get a,
experience, I didn't know what
But
day
you
I was
still
gonna get
think you
killed.
were gonna get
I didn't
away
know
with
what
it.
day I would get arrested.
But you still
I
thought
didn't
you
know-
were going to get away with it. That's my point.
No.
Yes.
No.
You said you didn't know
No,
how long.
we didn't know how long we was
so
gonna get
that
away
means
with it.
you thought to a certain point
Yeah.
you could get away with it.
a certain point.
Okay, that's
Exactly.
called delusion.
Yeah.
Okay, so then this is what I'm saying, environment. So then as a child, somebody said, listen, you may not get away with it. How about that? It's wrong, you don't get away with anything.
Of course.
Anything you choose to do wrong, you don't get away with it.
Exactly.
Just because you aren't
Like you
caught
said,
by the
choose
police
to do
today.
wrong.
No. This is me teaching a child. There is a consequence for your actions.
Exactly.
And let me tell you what it is. If you steal from the candy jar, guess what's going to happen? You're going to jail. And no, I may go to jail. I may steal today, may not tomorrow. You're going to suffer the consequence. So my thing is this. You know, you can't tell people or teens, children, or whomever, do as I say and not as I do.
I understand you say that you a person should set the example.
Absolutely.
So what you're saying is to set the example.
Yes.
But many kids have been set the example to, but doesn't mean they're gonna do it.
Oh,
Like they
of
always
course,
say, you can
sure.
lead a horse to water,
Absolutely.
but you can't make him drink.
This isn't 100%
Like this.
across the board. I agree with
And I
that.
feel like I can learn.
I
from
agree with that. Yeah.
We,
go
we,
ahead.
could- we could learn from the show Power.
Yeah.
Now, Ghost, he
Tell his son not to do stuff.
he tells his son I do it. His son is in a $200,000 apartment. He got a good life. He doing good, but his dad does, and he knows what his dad do. But he chose to. I really haven't watched it lately, but I've seen trailers like he
Yeah,
he
he
wants
chose
to
to
be
do
like his
wrong.
dad. He wants to
You
go
see?
into that lifestyle.
You
He
see what I'm
chose to.
saying?
But at
You
the
see what I'm
same
saying?
time, it's a choice.
But no. That's what he's been around.
But his
And it's
sister
okay.
been around the same thing. Did
I
his
understand
sister
that, but
do
she
that?
made a
She
better
made
choice.
a good choice.
But if
It's
his father
choices. She made
had
the wrong
never
choices.
given him that choice, you understand?
He
A
didn't give him a
choice means A or B. You understand? Choices mean there's a difference. I'll give you A or B. Now, if only thing you see me do is sell drugs, hustle, and make big money, what other choice am I giving you?
But you know it's wrong.
No.
So why would you do
I'm
it?
asking you, what other choice am I giving you in
You
life?
seen his dad get locked up?
If I'm a drug dealer and I'm making millions of dollars and that's all you've ever seen me do, that's all you've ever seen, and I made a good life for y'all, I'm a hustler, I sell drugs, I do what I do. What other choice have I shown you?
He did it, so he
No,
ain't,
I'm
his son
asking you
ain't
this
gotta
right
be doing
here.
it.
What other choice have I shown you?
Plenty. He
No,
probably-
I haven't shown you any choice.
He did show.
No,
him.
I'm not talking about the show. I'm talking about what I'm saying. If I'm a hustler and I done sold drugs, made millions of dollars, big money, gave y'all whatever y'all get, what choices have I shown you to make it other than what I'm giving
that
you?
leads back
No
to
other.
setting the example for your
Well,
kids.
that's what I'm saying.
You're talking about leading back to
Well,
setting
that's
the
what I'm
example.
saying. That's environment.
But
that's environment.
my sister, she grew up in the same environment. She never hustled.
I'm not saying this is 100% across the board. Unfortunately, it's the majority, is
yeah,
what I'm saying.
Yeah, it
It's
really boils down to
some-
choice.
No, it doesn't boil down
all
to choice.
of
Some
my
people
look.
do
I got
make it out.
my mom got 4
You know?
boys. Look, my mom got 4 boys. Every one of my mama boys been to prison except one. You understand? Me, I went to prison first. My other brother went to prison. Then my other brother went to prison. In and out of juvenile and prison for years. But I had another little brother that watched us, did everything around us all the time.
And what he tell
But
us,
his mind was stuck on nothing but football.
Man,
His
I
choice
see
was
them-
football.
I see them go to
So
prison. I don't wanna be in prison like that.
he did not wind up selling drugs and going to prison like we did.
Okay, so let me
And
ask you-
there
so-
was no father in
So
the
let me
house.
let me ask you this.
No father
Was
in the
your
house.
mother's relationship different with your younger
No,
brother?
my mother's still to the day relationship with all of us still the same.
So it was the
My
same
mama-
relationship, or did
Exactly.
she around your
It's just
younger
a
brother
choice you gotta
more?
make.
No,
Did she
no,
bring your
no,
younger brother
no.
in
Still,
more?
like I just said, still to the day, my mama treat us all the
I didn't
same.
say how she treated. I said was it different
That's
dynamics.
my,
Was the dynamics different?
you
is what I'm
He
asking.
basically
No.
they grew up the same. They
Same
they all
way,
had
same-
the same treat.
My mama lived in the hood ever since I
I'm
knew.
not, listen, see, this is the problem. You can live in a hood and still get taught values, morals, and
That's what I'm
character.
saying. My mama,
Okay, you can
my
still
mama
be
got
taught
up
that
and went to
because
work every day.
Character, value, and morals. There's no price tag on that.
But you asked
That's
about
priceless.
you asked about what's in
Yes.
the same
So
environment. I told you that
not
no.
in the environment as in.
Let me tell you something about my mama.
Good.
You know, you can have one son that's a lawyer, right? And one son that's a drug dealer. My mama ain't gonna feed the lawyer with a golden spoon and feed
That
the
is
drug
not
dealer
what
with
I'm
a wooden
saying.
spoon.
That's what it sounds like.
That's
That's what
let
you
me-
asked.
let me
You asked-
clarify.
you just
Let me
asked
clarify.
how
So
was-
your brother is the youngest.
Yeah.
Okay. So could it be that maybe, and I'm just asking, maybe she nurtured him more?
No, he
Yeah, he's
maybe
telling
made
you
the
no.
right choice.
They had the
Let
same
me
treatment.
tell you this. He was roughed up a little bit more
Oh.
because he had 3 brothers.
Oh, okay.
He was
So
roughed up
then
a little
it
more.
is different. then.
With boys, you don't.
Okay, so it was different then.
We don't pat boys up.
I understand, but it was different. This is my. That's what
Nah,
I'm trying.
nah,
It was a. I didn't say she treated.
Nah, because
I'm not
we-
saying she treated him. His experience growing up was different. So he had 3 before examples. You said
Yeah,
that
but
he was
look what y'all
roughed up.
done.
He was roughed up a little bit.
Yeah.
So he had a choice.
But we all
he was
too.
offered more
I didn't have
choices.
no big brother,
We was
no
all-
example, but I know he my little brother, and it ain't like
Every situation is not the same. But I'm saying, but for your little brother, he saw the choice that he had. He saw the differences that he had. I could do this
He
and end up
chose
going to
different.
prison,
Yeah.
or
It's a whole choice.
Right.
I could do
and everybody's
this.
given that choice if you ask
But
me.
you have to give a choice if you see differences. See, choices come from something that's different.
All right, so
Does that
his
make sense
brother,
what I'm saying?
you're
his
saying.
brother probably had rich friends who that's a difference. Who
Or friends that were in school.
Who got a
Maybe you
different
didn't go to
lifestyle
school,
than him.
You know what I'm saying? So his whole environment was different from yours. He went to school. He had school friends, people he played on the team with. So you can't say it's the same because it's not the same. You see what I'm saying? He had alternatives that you did not have, or maybe for some reason it wasn't there
No,
for you.
because even my little brother, my little cousins are hustlers. My little cousins are
talking about the little
thugs.
brother at?
I'm trying to tell you, and he grew up with them. He was the only one out the bunch that didn't follow them. And look, we all played football. We all played basketball. We all boxed. We all made music. We all
every
done
heart
something.
is different. If you ask me,
But I understand that. But the point is this: you say it's up to choice.
It was his
is
choice.
choice.
Choice
So
means that there is a difference.
he fell in love
I
with
can
football.
choose
I
A,
believe football
B,
saved him.
or C. That's what
If
choice
you ask
is.
me,
he
all
chose
But
to
if
do
I
good
only
while they
see
chose-
A, I don't have any other choice.
But did he only?
This
see
is what
A?
I'm saying.
His-
Evidently, he did not. You see what I'm saying? If I only see one thing, like I said, if I'm only a drug dealer, use myself as an example, that's all I've ever done. What other choice do I give my children? To see do better. No. This
To
is
see
what
do
I'm
better.
asking.
You still talking about lead by example.
Exactly.
Okay,
So
that's-
if there
that's-
is no other choice of example, guess what my children are going to follow? My path.
Yeah, that could be true.
You see, so that's what I mean by
Some-
environment. Okay, it plays a lot. And when people say team, when he said earlier, it's handed down. That's environment. That's environment. It's handed down. It's what we glorify because it's what we see. We feel like we don't have any other choice. We don't have any other outlet. We don't have anything else we can do. You know, we're supposed to be football players. We're supposed to be gangster. We're supposed to be hustlers. Those are the only choices we have. Who says no? You're not. You aren't going to be a hustler. You're going to go to school to be a pharmacist, or you're going to be a carpenter, or you're going to be a construction worker. You understand? So when your choices are narrow,
But
how do you
see
get
that-
out of the box?
But
So
see that
it's-
is
Then why did the little brother make a different choice than everybody else?
because they see different things. They see other choices to make.
Exactly.
It's life.
So
He
I'm
gonna
pretty
see
sure
other
your
choices.
other
That's what I'm
brothers
saying.
seen
He
better
sees other
choices to
choices.
make than
yeah.
Zach.
I'm sure you got
They
out
seen
the
the-
hood
yeah,
and seen other
like-
choices. You
yeah.
seen people
Oh,
living
yeah.
good. You
You
seen people
right now.
driving
I
nice
got-
cars.
You made a
That could
better
be me.
choice in your life
And
right
he
now.
chose to do
But
So
we
you're
had
right.
other family members
who
that lived good, that got up, went to work.
Probably
every day.
spend
Like
night at their
my
house.
That's
mama.
what I'm
My mama
saying.
got up and went to work every day, and she
My
make
mama did
and
the
my
same
mama
thing.
cooked 3 meals a day and still do
Yeah.
the day.
Yeah.
You know, and she would teach us this and that. But the thing is, when I leave from mama's sight, it's all on me.
But guess what? This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying by actions and consequences. Okay? This is what I'm saying. It's environment and who's around molding and who's pouring into you. You understand?
Yeah.
Because whatever poured into you, that's what you're gonna
But see,
pour
that
out.
in
So-
the hood, I'm gonna tell you how the hood is though. Really. The older cats in the hood be like, no, you.
But here we go.
You out
Do as
here-
I say, not as I do.
Yeah, but
Okay,
but at the
that's what I'm
same
saying. That's
time,
not right.
but at the same time, they telling little brother, you don't want this. You
Okay,
don't want
but you're
this.
still
you see
doing
so and
it.
so
Why
just
would
got
you do
killed
it,
the
though?
other night. What you doing out here? You see so and so
And you
just
know
went
what?
to jail.
And you know what my response
Why
would
you
be?
still out
Why
here?
you still out here?
They
Oh, okay. See, that's my question. See,
I
this
understand that
is
too.
what I'm saying. See, you up here telling me this. Why you
nah.
still out here?
It's too
Since
late
you
for
have
him.
so much invasive.
It's too late
It's
for
too
him.
late. Okay,
You're in
maybe.
school. Say I'm in school.
But this is what
Nah.
I'm saying. But see, this is why
can-
the
I can
older
answer
people,
that.
the older people, the ones that sit never, little brother, don't do this, and I would respond as a teen. Then why are you still doing it?
I can answer that.
Won't you show me?
I can-
Since you're telling me
I
don't
can
do
answer-
this,
I can answer
show me
that.
my other choices.
I understand that. Yeah.
That's all
true.
I'm saying. You know, it's time out for that. Do as I say and not as. That time is over. That time is over. Little bro, don't be out here hustling like me. No. Okay, I understand what you're saying, but tell me what to do then. I mean, since you have all
The
this
thing
advice,
is-
see, saying don't do is easy.
The thing is,
Show me how to do.
what happens is, once you done got
it
caught
can't be
up
too late.
in the system, right? You get caught up in the system, and then, from my experience, is, shoot, I couldn't get no job. I had felonies. Not only to that is, I was addicted to selling drugs. It was my way of getting it.
Yeah, I understand.
This is my way of getting money right here. So that's what I go right
you
back
thought
to.
it was too late.
Every time I get,
change.
I'm out working at McDonald's or something. I never worked at McDonald's, but I'm out working a job or something. I'm
making
like,
nothing.
shoot, I'm used to a bankroll.
Yeah.
You understand? I'm used to a bankroll. You know,
Well, and what you're saying, I understand what you're saying and how the children would feel, but there has to be a shift. There has to be
Of course,
a change.
of course. I totally agree.
Because what that means is that, guess what? It's over for y'all. Y'all ain't got no choice. Guess what? You're gonna go to jail, end up dead. There it is.
that's
Okay?
the consequences.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna even settle for those consequences because there are choices.
Of
There are
course,
choices.
of course
Yeah,
there is.
Guess what?
choices.
Here's your choice. If you ask me, you're a hustler, you come to me, you know, Ms. Newman, I hustle, I want to get out. I'm gonna tell you, oh, well, here's your choice. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. This is what you need to do. So the older people that are out there on the corner still hustling, still gang banging, instead of them saying, yo, bro, you don't need to do what I do, you need to say, yo, bro, this is what you need to do.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah,
Because see,
I agree.
talk is cheap.
I agree.
Show them. You say,
Yeah.
you teach a man how to fish, or what is it saying?
Yeah.
You better show them.
Yeah.
Okay? Not just word, show them.
Yeah.
Tell them. Don't say, well, you don't want to be doing this, and that's all you got to offer. Because my response as a young teen, I would be like, well, why are you still doing it then? Why haven't you done something different, sir? Silence.
But as
Oh,
a,
no,
You-
no,
you-
no,
you-
no,
you- that's what I'm saying.
no,
You see,
no,
So
no.
I mean, it's time. I mean, that time is that's over. It's done. That time is up. It's time for the adults to step in and say, "Guess
Correct.
what?
Yes,
I
correct.
might have messed up.
Correct.
But this is how we gonna do this now."
Correct.
And when a child is 17, 18, 19, woo, I
So-
don't want to say that's too late in the game,
so-
but that's very late. That's overtime.
So just like what you saying, I got some homeboys who I see on the block who tell me no, they did switch lanes, and that gave me that sort of gave me the motive that yeah, man, I gotta switch. I can switch lanes. They switch lanes. So exactly what you're saying, it does happen.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
It does happen.
Majority lead by example.
Well, we gotta change
And
that majority.
it's just a little
We gotta change
that
majority.
lead by like, oh, he told me to do this, I'm gonna do it. But most of them lead by, show me how to do
Well,
it,
guess
and
what?
I do.
This is why y'all
I
are
see
here.
what you're saying.
Because guess what? Y'all have to show your peers how to do it.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
'Cause you could tell them, not all of them gonna listen.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit, but you would listen better if somebody showed you how to
And
do it.
show me. Show me how to. Show me
Yeah,
how you
show
did.
me, not
show
tell
me how
me,
you
show me.
start this construction company.
Yeah.
Show me how you do this. Show me. But you need the example. You need the people, the role models. That's why I come back to
Right.
role models to show how it's done.
Right.
And more of us adults, we need
I'ma
to stop
tell you
blaming the team
what's so funny
and
about
take
that.
up our part.
This was so funny about that. I never knew how to run a company or nothing.
Yeah, nobody
Nothing.
showed you.
Nobody showed me how to balance a checkbook, how to do this and that. But when it came down to it, I just went head forward, you know what I mean, and just jumped right in and began my own company.
But if somebody would have showed you a lot earlier instead
I'll
of
be
telling
better.
you,
I would be better
Yeah,
if somebody like the guys who's under me now, I teach them this and that. They're like,
Right.
dang, Joe, how you do that? You did that different. You did that different. Because it's more than one way to get it.
Right.
So now, like you saying, I show my guy. No, you ain't always got to do it like that. If it won't go in that way, we're going to put it in this way.
Let me show you how to do
Yeah,
that. Like
yeah.
my dad, he don't just say, man, y'all could be out cutting grass. He took us out there and showed us how to cut the
Exactly.
grass. He didn't tell us, y'all need to go cut some grass. Y'all need to go start a press right. He actually showed us how to do the stuff, which made us a lot better.
And see, so when it comes to negative things are being glorified, people glorify things because they think there's something they can gain from it.
Correct.
You understand?
Correct. That's 100%
You don't glorify
true.
anything unless you think you can gain from it. What are you gaining? Respect for some reason. You know what I mean? Even if it's negative, they think it's respect. So I'm not going to blame everything that's happening today to teens on teens
Exactly.
because somebody gave them bad advice.
You'd be
understand?
better off showing
I
me
think-
and not, yeah.
Right.
like you said, he didn't know how to balance a checkbook. Like, I think it can't just blame it all on school, but like it's kind of like the school fault because like now they got pathways, choices,
And it's starting to show you.
but like math is like they don't teach you the stuff you need to know in life. Like basic math, yeah, you need to know that, but like x plus is variable, like you don't use that in
Well,
life.
you
What's
don't
gonna
use it
really
for-
help us be successful?
We need
You know
to
what I'm
learn
saying?
how to
We not
manage
learn-
how to
learn
manage money, save
how to
money.
manage the
Yeah.
checkbook, how to do all that.
But
They
what I
just
seen
don't
in-
know
this
that.
is the reason for that. As technology advance, things like checkbooks and things like that become obsolete. So now that's not as important as it was 25 years ago to balance a checkbook because now you have computers that balance everything for you. So when you say schools are not teaching us, where
Life.
does the real lesson in life come from?
Hey, I agree with
The
the
most
school thing.
valuable
Mistakes.
lesson you can learn in life, where should that come?
Your mistakes.
Oh, yeah, but I'm saying, okay. Everything that you should know, where should that come from? The school?
Your parents.
Thank you. It comes from the home. Okay? Back in the day was home, church, school, community. Now we've had a breakdown of the home, the church. Now there's a breakdown of the school and the community. You understand what I'm saying? So if all that comes from the home, whatever goes on in the home, you bring that to school, right? Now, 50 years ago, 25 years ago, when you were in school, the teachers were not the ones who were teaching you morals and values and character. Okay? You learned that from the home. But now that role has changed because there are parents, unfortunately, that are absent in the home that are not teaching these things. Now the teacher has to step in as a surrogate parent. You understand? Yeah. So now, while I'm trying to manage you as a young man and tell you, don't say that, don't act this way, don't do that, when I spend 70% of my time doing that, it leaves very little time to teach you about balancing or quadratic equations. Do you understand? Okay? Because if I'm teaching how to manage yourself, sit down, you don't say that, be quiet, this is how you respond. You understand what I'm saying? I'm spending more time in teaching you things that should come from the home and less time teaching you academic content. And that's what's going on in the schools. Or guess what? You just fail and they just keep passing you on. Then you end up with people graduating with a 5th grade learning level. You see, because the teacher's like, guess what? I'm done. I can't teach him. Here's your C. Let me move you on.
So you're trying to say the students acting up?
Absolutely.
And the teachers has to.
Absolutely.
It's really only like a few students, and then some students gonna act like how they see the other classmates acting. But really, people want to learn. They gonna learn. Like the teacher can teach as long as she want. But if you don't, you gotta choose to understand what they talking. Like
they not making.
It's your choice to learn. If you don't want to learn, you acting up. The teacher just put them out the class. Well, they
most people
give them a
thinking
chance.
like,
You know what I mean?
what's the
Let
need
other
to
people
learn
learn.
this? What's the use for this? Why is this gonna help me
so
later on?
They don't see the
Yeah.
value in education
Yeah.
because they haven't seen the choices that education can offer.
What I'm
Do you
seeing,
understand?
what I heard him say though is there are certain things in education that they'll never use in life nowhere.
Well, that's untrue.
That's really just taking
Right.
up
It's
time.
just wasted.
No,
You know,
that's untrue because you say, for instance, variables and
So what
formulas in
do you
algebra.
what do you
okay?
use it
In
at?
other words, when architects build buildings,
They
we're in
trying to
this
teach
building
us
right now-
out-
Hold on, we're in this building right now because of geometry and algebra.
Right,
you
but-
you couldn't be here without
Teach
the
me,
mathematical
no, listen.
applications.
Teach
of
me
building
what's
this
gonna
building.
help me. Not everybody's gonna be an architect.
I understand
They
that.
teaching us
I
all on the
understand that.
same thing,
But-
like we
but-
all made to learn the
and
same way
and I completely
and learn
agree
the
with you.
same
That
thing.
is
What you expect
absolutely
us
wrong.
all to build pyramids and
And
stuff?
that's where education has gone wrong.
Yeah, you know.
That's where education has
I
gone wrong.
want to be a pilot. Teach me a little something
Okay,
about
guess
that.
what? You're gonna have to need to know algebra.
This
That's-
math
yeah,
that they
that's
got now, I don't even understand.
You
well,
can't
yeah,
be a
that-
pilot without. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly, right?
So
but
you may not understand it where you need it now, but
do,
you
do-
definitely
do you
need
need
it
algebra
in the future.
with do you need algebra with starting a business?
One of my teachers told me they so
Right.
they never used what they learned like the
Exactly.
high school math they learned. They
Well, because
never
they're a
like
teacher. But
my
if they were a
teacher told me that
pilot-
herself.
But if they were a pilot,
Yeah.
or an engineer,
It ain't
or a
all this
computer
going
But at the same
on.
time-
As long as you
but
can
at the same
add,
time-
I believe, as long as you can add, take away,
Exactly.
Well, yeah, because that's your line of
timetable,
work.
and divide. What
But
else
But
you
guess,
need?
okay,
Then
well,
that's-
guess what?
If
Guess
this
what?
if this
your
square
doctor,
footage,
if your doctor could only add, subtract, multiply, and divide,
I'm talking about when
you
it come
wouldn't be
down to
alive.
building.
No,
Okay?
but then
you wouldn't be alive.
that's the one you
This
put.
building
That's when
wouldn't
you
be
put in a
here.
situation to
No,
tell.
no, no, no,
I
no,
want to
no,
be
no,
a
no, no,
doctor.
no.
Well,
But
here
that's
are the
not-
requirements to be a doctor. You gotta
understand.
know this. You gotta know that.
Exactly.
with
You know
square
what I'm saying?
footage, I work with
It
square
depends- okay,
footage.
but it
Exactly.
depends on your
I work
class.
with square
Then what are
footage.
your requirements to know
When
this,
I
to
go
know
in a
that?
person's house, all I need to know is timetables and
Okay,
takeaways
that's what
and
you
pluses.
need.
Exactly.
But he wants to be a pilot. That's not enough
Not
for
me.
him.
I know, but we say
I'm not gonna get in any plane, and only thing he knows is basic math.
exactly. But
I'm not getting the plane.
Not,
What else
he
not
got?
every.
You
Not,
understand?
not everybody want to be a pilot.
I
though.
understand, but it depends
Yeah.
on what your gift is, and it depends on what your purpose is. And your needs depend on what your purpose
They
is.
all teaching
His
us the
purpose is
same way.
basic math. That's fine. But if he wants to be a pilot, and I agree with what you're saying, education should not be on one field.
Yeah.
I completely agree with
Exactly.
that. I completely agree.
Teaching
with
us
that.
the same
And I
way, want us to
I
be the
disagree
same
teaching
thing, do
everybody
us the same
same.
But-
I completely agree.
But
with
check
you.
this out.
It's
At the
not
same
right.
time, though, I really see the high schools working more on your afterlife.
yeah.
Because I went to high school and seen they got a beauty salon there now. They
But-
got all kind of stuff in there now that's gonna help them down the line.
that ain't
They
nothing
getting
but-
them ready for their career early, even in high
That's a
school.
whole-
that ain't no-
that's a
That's
whole nother
necessary
That's
subject.
a
for me.
side career, man.
But the point
Yeah,
is,
that's
the point
necessary
is,
though.
there are
Yeah, all those
choices. There are choices. And when you know there's choices, your actions are different. You understand? When you know you have choices, your actions are different. You don't choose to do this because you know the consequences is this, but you choose that consequence. Am I making
Learn
any
more
sense?
from
make a
being
lot of sense.
showed
It
and
don't
not
make any
told.
sense.
Yeah, that make a lot of sense.
You understand what I'm saying? So if I get in an argument with him, I'm not gonna pull out a gun and shoot him. Because guess what? My consequences, I'm going to jail, but I got other choices. I'm going to college. Or I'm gonna start my own business. You understand what choices do?
I always say you ain't qualified for me to mess up. I'm finna hear that. You know what I mean?
But see, but they gotta
I'll be
know
like, nah,
that.
I'm finna. Yeah.
But when they feel like they don't have any other choice, what alternative do you give them?
if they, that's
They
like
don't
you saying
think,
they
in,
gave
they
them
don't
a
think
coin.
in the moment.
Exactly.
They don't think
They
in the
don't-
moment.
But it's not even a moment. They don't understand they have other choices. You understand what I'm saying?
That's what they need to understand. They got
But it
got
has
better
to be,
choices.
They have
Showed
to be
and not
shown,
told.
shown and not told.
Like when I
Exactly.
used to be on the block, we always say, man, I'm getting me a job, man. Homeboy come, man, I went and put in the application. You what? Yeah, I went and put in the application today, man. Man, I'm gonna go tomorrow, man. I'm gonna go try to. You get that job? No, man, you know, but it's all good. I'm gonna try it again. So when we was out there, when I was out there, we also used to be like, we used to plot on jobs. I can't wait to get a job, man. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I always said I'm gonna be a construction worker.
And if you had
And that's
somebody
what
that
I
said,
am.
guess what?
Hey, let me show you
I'ma
how to
show you
do
how to
this.
do this.
I'm gonna show you how to do
You
it.
didn't get that
Yeah.
one job, well, apply for the next one.
Yeah,
Apply
yeah.
for the next one.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah,
it moving.
Yeah,
It don't
you
end
know,
right
we
there.
never,
Figure
we
it out
never
when it's
gave
being
up.
showed.
We never gave up.
So this is what I'm saying. For your generation, you know, with what's going on in the world today, I understand the children are doing, the teens are committing these crimes. They have a choice, but what choice did they have when they don't know other choices exist? Does that make any sense? What
Back
you
to
gonna
the
say?
question: why do teens do what they do today? Like, why is all the killings happening? Okay, so most teens they probably just don't care, and all they know is what, like you said, what's around them, their environment, and then they just simply don't care. Like this generation, that like, and they don't think about what happens like after. I bet if they knew, they know they would go to jail. If they knew what jail was really like, or like they wouldn't do it. Like they'll think twice about that.
You tell them about jail all you
Or
want,
do
but
they even see the future?
Until they see
You
it,
know what I
until
mean? Do
they-
they see
yeah.
themselves having a future? This is
Probably
not.
not.
This
They
is
just see them
think-
living
they
day by
think
day.
about
They
day
think
by
tomorrow.
day.
think
And
of
that's
that-
the serious.
I'm gonna
That's
think
serious
about
right there.
what I'm gonna wear
That's serious
tomorrow,
what he's
bro.
saying. So they don't even see themselves as having a future. They're living day by day. What has
Everybody
a
got a
child
vision.
experienced? No, they don't have a vision. You can't have a vision if you're living day by day.
Everybody still got a vision, though.
You can't. How can you have a vision if you're living day
you
by
can't
day?
live without it.
Everybody want that nice mansion.
Everybody,
That's all they,
man,
they
look.
think.
But
They think
Everybody,
it's
want
everybody
the
got a
Lamborghini.
wish list.
Everybody
Okay.
got something
the
they
mansions,
want. That's
the
what
nice
he's
cars,
saying.
and that's
but
also
you're
because that's what they
saying
see
day
in
by
here.
day.
They just
See,
hoping one
if I'm
day that
living
they
day
gonna
by
come.
day, I'm not looking in the future. If I'm living day by day, you understand?
They ain't planning that. It's like a goal, but they
Ain't
it's a
working
gap
towards
in,
it.
but yeah,
They
it's
ain't
a
working
gap in
towards it.
between.
It's
The
a
people who
serious gap.
live day by day, they just seeing getting to that goal. They don't see what they got to do to get to the ups and
Oh.
downs. Through they,
Oh,
all right,
that's
man.
serious.
Maybe someone having them. Maybe I'm gonna win the lottery. Shoot, maybe I'm gonna mess around and get this rap deal.
Or maybe
you know?
if I don't do this,
yeah, you know
I'll
what
have
I'm
the
saying?
next day. You see what I'm saying?
But the
if I don't do
yeah.
this, if I don't perform this action,
Yeah.
I will have the next day.
Yeah, but other people, they looking like, all right, here go the steps to do that. All right, I got to do that, and then
But you saying majority
yeah.
of teens aren't looking that way?
yeah,
Aren't looking at it
they.
like that?
You can say you're gonna be a lawyer, but like my sister, she gonna be a lawyer, but she, all right, I'm gonna do that. Then I'm, work, study for my bar exam. You can say you're gonna do something, but if you ain't, got your
Put in
steps, and-
effort to do it.
yeah.
Oh, you
just
ain't
thinking it's
trying.
gonna come to you out of
It ain't
nowhere,
gonna come
like
to you
just-
easy.
Yeah,
you have to
you
put
think, oh
time
man,
and
I'm
effort
just
and
do that.
support.
He
Like,
did it, I can
You
do
do
it.
construction. You probably want your company be a big company, your name everywhere. Like it
You
ain't
know
just
you
gonna
got
happen
steps,
overnight.
you
You gotta
get to
work
that person.
hard.
Yeah, you
That's
gotta,
like having a career. Like
exactly.
you gonna be doing that for the rest of your life. And you might start at the bottom. You want to be a CEO or in charge of everybody.
Exactly.
You gotta work for that. You gotta. It takes time.
You gotta,
You gotta
do
have
what you gotta
ambition.
do.
They
So
need
how
they
do we-
need
how do we-
ambition.
They don't have
They
that.
need ambition. So how do we change the mindset of teens and young adults?
Most
to
show and less
understand-
told.
Oh.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
we know parents. Most parents, like you said, ain't in there to teach them. The only like hope is each other in the schools, and then also communities trying to stand up and like. help 'em out, like-
Well, I believe like this. When it comes down to teenagers, they the one who make the new swag really.
Right.
Ain't nothing popping
Ain't
unless the
made-
teenagers are
ain't-
doing.
Yeah, right.
So it's gonna take a group of teenagers to become
positive sweat,
to
man.
yeah
True.
to bring something. You know what I mean? The new thing now is, you know what I mean? If like when the
Everybody
dreads
rapping.
came
Yeah.
out,
Let me mess
everybody
around.
dragging, everybody
Yeah.
got dreads, everybody started sagging. So it's gonna take a group of teenagers or some group of people to begin a new
Like,
trend.
Let me him mess
'Cause we the
around and,
trendsetters.
and take off my bike bit or something. Oh shoot, man, you got rich over there. Let me show you how I did it. Instead of telling you I got
Exactly.
rich. Yeah,
Let me
show you how I did it. Look, I went to do
Exactly.
this. I started with this. I got to know people. I went to do this. It ain't, it's more of a, I'm going to show you how I did this and less better than tell
And see,
tell
that's
you.
why I like the people that we, sports people that we idolize,
Right.
rappers that we idolize, people like P. Diddy or Jay-Z.
Yeah.
I really feel they need to be more in the community, talking to the young people.
Michael Jordan.
Saying, Michael Jordan. And maybe they do, I don't know, but these are the steps you
The
need
people,
to take.
the people that the young people look up to, that's the people that need to be.
Exactly.
Because they ain't
Yes.
got the
Like
biggest
if I
influence
get
on us,
if I
you know?
get famous and I know everybody watching me, I gotta be a good example.
If
Like,
I get famous, man, I'm a 9 million followers on Instagram. Man, I could change every
I'ma
single
spread
one of
good
their lives
examples.
because they look up to me.
And show them, tell them how it's done.
We could tell them how it's done.
Jay-Z didn't just become
Yeah.
Jay-Z overnight.
We can tell
Where'd
them.
you start? You know,
Exactly.
what happened? What are some of the things that you went through?
Right.
What are some of the trials you had to face? What are some of the tribulations that you had to go through? What are some of the setbacks
Not all
you
rappers
faced?
do that. They just talk about instead of
like
showing them
Oprah,
how to
people
get
see
successful.
she a
Oprah,
billionaire.
absolutely.
People talk down to her, probably tell her show wouldn't make it. Like
But
Exactly.
Oprah
A lot of
tell
people
you she
said
started
that.
from the bottom, and this is what
Yeah.
I had to do.
Yeah.
Oprah will tell you I had to sit many times at a board of directors and not open my mouth when I knew what needed to be said, and I had to just bite my tongue and not say anything.
See that, and what they need to tell is the pain that you got to go through to get
Exactly.
there.
But see, people,
Because-
these young people
yeah.
don't want to suffer pain.
Man,
I
ain't
tell
finna-
people
want
all
it-
the time.
like get
Exactly,
money.
they back out.
They want to take the easy, the quick
The
route.
easy,
Yeah.
the
Easy
quick
Get in
way.
the bankroll.
They don't think
you
about
go
the
get a
pain.
They
job.
want that bankroll,
Just-
but you know what I'm
Get
saying?
what I tell people. The most expensive thing I ever had was a company.
Exactly.
They look at me like, you got money, you got a company. I tell them, no, the most expensive thing I ever had was a company. And then try to start another with your company money.
See, these
Because
things, they don't
to
hear nothing about
me,
pain and what you got to go through.
I always teach people a square. All right, you need money here, here,
You
here,
need multiple,
here.
Multiple
incomes.
incomes of
You
money.
need
Yeah,
multiple here,
yeah.
here. Exactly.
See that if this one right here bringing in money and this one ain't, this one gonna take up for this one.
Exactly.
But the thing is, you just gotta be in the right lane.
Exactly. They look at you. He got a company. Blah 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 blah. You don't see what he do. Look at your hair. Look at your hands. You know.
Yeah, yeah,
They don't see
yeah.
all that. They just see the title. He got
Yeah.
a company.
And look
You
at
got
The
this.
hard work.
I'm
Hard
talking
shit.
about look
Hard
debt.
work.
Look at the debt that Oprah and them face.
Yeah.
If we could just look at the debt that they face, paying the IRS, you know what I mean, and dealing with cameramen, they fall out. The producer of the show, they're not getting along now.
I mean, but like we said earlier, anything that's worthwhile is going to require sacrifice.
Yeah.
It's going to require sacrifice. Does that make sense? It's going to require sacrifice. And for some reason, today's teens, they don't want to go through the pain. For some reason, delusion feels better than reality.
Yeah.
But guess what? Delusion ain't real.
So
It ain't real.
So they also need to learn how to strive hard.
But work hard. Hard work. They just want to give it. Just give it to me. I just want it right now. Just give it to me. No. There's steps you're gonna have to take.
But I
You're
always-
gonna have to
I
earn it,
always
and like
tell 'em,
respect,
though.
earned the right way, not the negative way.
That's how it
Earn the
always been.
right
Yeah,
way.
because
That's how it
I
always will be.
always used to tell them this right here. It's harder being out on the streets, having police, don't know who gonna rob you, don't know who gonna kill you. That's a harder job than just getting up every morning going to
'Cause
work.
at the end of the day, it's dirty money.
Yeah.
When you go try to purchase something, they gon'
It's
where
hard
you
on
get
your
that money
conscience.
from. Exactly.
It's
right?
hard on your conscience. You don't know what's gonna happen. It's easy. I found to realize that. And then on the head, I just be like, look at all these people driving these nice cars and got
It's
a nice house.
motivation.
They work every day. We out here, we getting money fast, but look, they own a house and they own a nice car.
They
Well-
got a bigger network, you know.
Hi guys, I think we're gonna wrap it up for today. We could go on and on and on. We're gonna continue this conversation. Because you guys are our future.
Yeah.
And you guys have to lead by example. Lead by example.
Study the consequences more than the choice. Study the consequence more than the choice. You can't go wrong.
There's a consequence for every action. We out. Y'all good? That's it today for the shift with Shift Team. Yeah. Shift Team.